Hi, Malati Vijay Kumar welcoming you once again to Meen Cooks. In today's episode, we're going to see a white gravy. Let's see the ingredients required. About 200 grams of onions, roughly chopped. Around 3 to 4 teaspoons of cashew nut pieces. 2 green chilies. 1 bay leaf. A tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. Half a teaspoon of roasted jeera powder, a teaspoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of garam masala powder, 3 tablespoons of fresh cream, half a teaspoon of jeera, half a teaspoon of honey, half a teaspoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of khoa, a teaspoon of kasuri methi, a teaspoon of butter, a tablespoon of oil, salt to taste. Let's get started. I'm going to light the gas now. It's getting a little hot. Let's add the oil. We've added a tablespoon of oil to the hot pan. Now let's add the onion pieces. Let's add half a teaspoon of salt to the onions. The moment you add the salt, you can see the onions wilting and giving out a nice flavor. Now let's add the chopped green chilies. You don't have to chop your green chilies, just split them. Once it's cooked, before grinding, you can remove the chili so that it doesn't change the color of the gravy. The onions have softened a wee bit. Now let's add the ginger garlic paste. We'll saute this for about 2 minutes so that the raw smell goes. The raw smell of the ginger garlic paste is not there now, so let's add the cashew pieces. Let's add the jeera powder now. The coriander powder. And the garam masala powder. We'll saute this for just about a couple of minutes and add a cup of water and give it 3 whistles. Let's add the water now. Awesome flavors coming out of the pan. We've added about a cup of water. It's boiling now. Let's crush the kasuri methi and add it to the pan. Oh, what a flavor. Let's close the cooker. There comes the steam, so let's place the stopper. So very soon we'll be hearing the first whistle. 3 whistles are more than ample. We can switch off the gas after the 3rd whistle. There goes. That was the 3rd. Let's switch off the gas. Let's wait for this to cool and then we'll blend it and make a fine puree of it. This is a base for several dishes. To start with, we'll mention the vegetarian dishes. You can make a malai kofta white gravy, shahi haryali malai kofta, methi matar malai, paneer methi malai, shahi paneer malai, paneer corn, whatever you think goes well with this, do try it. And for the non-vegetarians, of course, your chicken, your prawns, your boiled egg, your fish, all these go very well with this white gravy. You can have it with your rotis, bread, or even rice dishes. Yummy it is. Let's check it out. Steam is released, so let's open a cooker. Wow. All cooked very well. naturally, we gave it 3 whistles. We'll allow it to cool and then grind. If we had slit our chilies into 2, we could have removed them now before grinding. That's okay. The powders that we use, the masala powders, will give it a color. Don't be disheartened by it. Once we grind it to a fine paste, strain the paste and then add the khoa and the fresh cream. Your white gravy will be, don't expect milk white, but it will not be reddish like our red gravy or green like our spinach gravy or yellow gravy. It will be creamish, whitish gravy. The onion mixture has cooled down, so let's add it to the mixie jar. Should be done. Yes, perfect. Let's transfer this to the strainer. Now you can see the difference in color. It's not as brown as it was before we ground it. Oh, lovely, so smooth. You can add a tablespoon of water to the strainer. This is what we need to remove because it mars the texture of our gravy. Remember to remove whatever gravy is here on the lower side of the strainer. Wow, just look at the texture, smooth, satin smooth. The onion mixture puree is ready, so let's give it the finishing touches. Let's light the gas. The pan is hot. Let's add a spoon of oil and the butter as well. The butter is melted, so let's add the jeera, the bay leaf. Let's give it a stir. Jeera is crackling, let's add the puree. It's pretty thick, we can add 1/4 to 1/2 cup of water. We've added about 1/2 cup of water to the blender jar, so let's add that water to the pan. Let's add the sugar and the honey now. That should do. Consistency is perfect. If you're going to use it right away, you can add the fresh cream and the khoa and whatever vegetables or non-veg you want. If you're planning to freeze it and use it on another day, dilute it a little and freeze it. The day you're preparing the dish, you can add your fresh cream and the khoa. Let's add a tablespoon of water. Yeah. Khoa. We'll add a tablespoon of fresh cream as well. Wow, nice and rich. Lots of calories too. Just look at the gravy now. Oh my God. Tempting. It's time to check the balance of the salt and the spice. You can add the salt if it's insufficient. If it's not spicy enough, you could add a little white pepper powder. Nice and creamy. Switch off the gas when it's in a slightly dilute consistency, because when it comes to room temperature, it definitely will thicken further. Wasn't that really easy? Do try it and don't forget to post your comments. It goes very well with all the Indian breads. The double roti are regular bread as well. This is not a very spicy dish by itself, but if you like it a little spicier, you could add a little white pepper powder or very, very, very finely chopped green chilies. Just sprinkle a little on it. Oh my God, it will be simply superb. Try it. I'm sure this has motivated you to cook. Do try it and give your feedback. For the recipe, click on meenman.com for all your non-veg requirements as well. Click on meenman.com and place your orders. Do follow us on FIT, that is Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. I'm sure you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed showing it to you. Thank you.